Good morning, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Friday, the 28th of September, 2018. We've made it to the end of another week. I hope you had a good week. I hope your week, boys and girls, was filled with all kinds of wonderful and bright things, and that this coming weekend will be equally as bright for you. Well, this is Take Two, and I'm Jeannie, and I'm so glad to be with you and to be able to say, wow, we did make it to the end of another week. Well, I do want to talk to you about what's all this talk about bright. Well, let's talk about being bright. Now, being bright can mean a number of different things. Being bright, you could be referring to the bright sun out in the sky, or you could be referring to intelligence. I often say that my amazing, wonderful nephew Jimmy is very, very bright, exceptionally bright, because he is. Can I just brag for a second? Little rabbit trail here. Youngest one in his kindergarten class, and he rates the highest in reading. That's bright. He is one bright child. But I like bright things. Now, if any of you have been watching me for any period of time now, you know I love bright. I'm always wearing bright colored clothes. Most of the time I'm wearing bright colored clothes. I love bright. Nail polish. I have all different kinds of nail polish. I'm wearing orange for the fall now, and I love bright that way. I love bright eyeshadows. I love highlighting, and accentuating in bright colors. And I love to wear bright things, whether it's yellow or bright green or blue. Turquoise and pink are two of my favorites, as you can well tell here. And then, of course, you got the bling going on. I love things with a little bit of jingy blingy on it. I love that. And now, especially with this is a long sleeve. This is something I might wear at Christmas time. That's actually the bottom of a blouse. And I love a little bit of bling there. And I love bright colored scarves, shiny bright colored scarves. I bought this in Brussels, Belgium, after we had been in India for a month, and we spent a few days in Brussels decompressing. I found this in a boutique, and I absolutely loved it, and I got it for a steal. And not only that, but then, of course, like I said, when it's coming around to the holiday times, I like to wear blingy things and bright sparkly things. I bought these shoes for Christmas one year. I've worn them exactly once. I am not a person that buys a lot of stuff and only wears it once, but the heels were a little too much for me. But I do like bling. And then, of course, I have things like this blingy belt that came in a set with two plain colored ones, and then I got a blingy one with it too. It was kind of a bonus. But why am I talking to you about being bright? Well, as you well know, like I said, I love bright and blingy because I think that a lot of times the brightness that you portray will also bring brightness into people's lives. Now, I'm not saying if I just happen to wear a brightly colored blouse, then all of a sudden, or a scarf, that is suddenly the world's going to be wonderful. No, I'm not saying that at all. But I do know this. I have heard that some experts, whoever they may be, say this. They say depending on what colors you wear and what kind of clothes you wear, when you go on a job interview, it should be appropriate so that it fits in with the job. So, for example, if you're applying for a job, then say public relations, where you need to be out in the front and you need to be very vocal and vivacious, it might be good to go on that job interview wearing something like this. Now, I'm not saying dress like a clown or anything, but it is nice to maybe wear bright red or bright pink or something like that, instead of, say, like applying for a job where it's going to be much more sedate and you'd go maybe in a navy blue suit. Do you understand my point? Is that a lot of times the colors you wear have a lot to do with your personality. And I would have to say, and I hope you can agree with me, please click a like if you agree with me, I think I have a pretty bright personality and I love bright things. And a lot of the bright things that I have memories attached to them too. Like, for example, this beautiful Sorelli necklace that I have is something extremely special to me because my dear friend, the late Lori Lynn Morris, gave it to me, and she was like another mother to me, and I just absolutely adored and love that woman very much. So every time I put this on, I think of the brightness that Lori Lynn had in my life and how a little piece of her can just go on being bright with me wearing this necklace. Now, all this being said, boys and girls, I'm going to encourage you today. There's going to be somebody you cross paths with today that is just walking in a doldrum place. They're walking in a place where they just are desperate for a little bit of brightness in their life. Guess what you can do? You can be a blessing to them, and you can be the one who brings some brightness into their life today. You know, just smile at them. Bring them something brightly colored. Just be bright, because they may be in a place of complete darkness. Here's something for you. If you walk into a room and it's pitch black and dark and dull, and you flip a light on, a bright light, what happens? It brings brightness to the whole room, and suddenly it's illuminated. That's what I'd like for you to do today. Take something that's dull, take a person that you've come into contact with today who's just walking in a dull, dry, dark place, and bring a little brightness into their life one way or another. And like I said, it might just be by giving them a big smile. Okay, here's one way you can bring a little bit of brightness into my life today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel by going to JEANNESIGLER on YouTube and click that subscribe button, hit that little bell. Every time another Take Two is posted, you'll get a notification about it. And another thing you could do, if you really want to bring some brightness into your life today musically, tune in to WRMZ.org. Click that listen button. Hey, here's one more way you can bring a little bit of brightness into my life, boys and girls, and that is by clicking on the donate button. Just hit that donate button, and you will have your safe, secure, bright donation done through PayPal straight to RAM FM so we can keep that great music on the air. Okay, I love you all very much. Now listen, go have a bright and beautiful weekend, and I will see you on Monday morning. I love you all so much. God bless you. See you then. Bye-bye.